Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
Oh, I did not just do that, did I?
Yeah, I did.
Oopsie.
Just played the music again. Sorry about that. Okay, we got that down, so I got to remember to turn that up. Happy Thursday, everybody, or
Thursday.
Friday, or whatever. Whenever you're hearing this,
Free
you might hear this on
Friday.
a Friday or Saturday or Sunday or
It
Monday
could
or
be your
Tuesday.
Friday. That's right. We are everywhere.
Yes,
You never know.
podcasts all
It
over the
could
place.
be Sunday.
We get distributed on a few different platforms the next day or after we go live. But we do it live first on
Yes.
Facebook, on my page, Aaron Power Psychic Shaman, on YouTube on my page, Aaron Fowler Psychic Shaman on my channel. So hit that follow button. That's where we're going to be doing this, breaking the spell, and where we have done the Break the Spell podcast.
I know you're considering some other platforms that are
The
live
BTS,
platforms, but we have not done that yet.
but we're getting there. I mean, we're growing.
Yep.
We're growing because of the people listening to us and supporting us. And
Right.
thank you for all who have supported. This is a value for value show. The link to donate if you'd like to become a producer is in the let me see if I can get to it. It's in the description, but it's also right here. It's right there on our screen. Linktree. If you'd like to leave a donation, please leave a note as well. We'd like to call a shout out and read the super chat live.
Right.
And for the rest of eternity until those companies shut down.
Right.
Or, one or the other.
Exactly. Right. Right.
But this is being recorded as silly or as smart as it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to live in infamy.
Yes. Forever and ever.
But right here, we try to break the spells. We try to show you. We don't try. We do show you. We basically show you and let you look for yourself. We talk about a lot of different topics here. So if you would like to, support the channel, even a share or a like or a follow, those things help as well. But how's everybody doing? Let's see. We've got a few live viewers right now. Diana Hooli, Marcia Padilla Murad, and Diana Paniza. Thank you very much for being here. And thank you, Diana, for asking. I'm doing well. Got two Dianas in here right now.
Hey, Diana.
So as we continue to go on this adventure here, which is what we call life, we try to break down some things so you don't fall in traps. We don't want anybody falling in traps. We want people to thrive in all this madness, because the madness is, for the most part, an illusion.
There has been a whole spell. Yes, spell put on the world for a long time.
So this is the Break the Spell podcast, or Breaking the Spell BTS podcast. Let's just do that. We'll leave it to your imagination.
Right.
Because I think I put it in as Break the Spell and Breaking the Spell in different places. So BTS is where we'll focus, just to kind of, fix a mistake. These aren't card readings tonight. This is just an open discussion. If you guys want to talk, you want to leave comments, please do. Right. We welcome them. If you have, you want to cut out clips of the show and send us through there, send them to us. Just tag us in them on Facebook, or we're on Twitter as well right now. So.
Ooh, hey, Twitter.
We better sound smarter.
Better get it together.
Twitter's where all the intelligent people are.
Yes, they will definitely talk some shit, I'm sure. However, we will make sense.
One or the other. We kind of make sense to some people sometimes.
Right. Or, you know what? They might just call us, conspiracy theory kooks, because they're so intelligent.
Hello, Susan. Hello, Vera.
Hello, everybody that I don't see.
So, sharing this out. Donating if you can. The link tree is right there on the screen. If you can, you don't have to.
Commenting, engaging.
It's not required to listen and pay attention and focus.
Right.
Now, there's a class that we teach once a week for an hour a week.
Yep. And you're not required to pay attention there either.
but there-
however,
but you know, you're paying for it. It is something that
you
is
think you'd want to.
a subscription. Go to my website, www.psychicshaman333.com. Look for the tab that is the Metaphysical Mystics tab. Should show you. It'll take you right to class or to enrollment.
Right.
If you want to enroll there. If you have any problems, send me a message. You can find me if you want to send me an email or us an email, the show an email. Fowler, FOWLERAR 0 @gmail.com. You can rewind that later
Right.
if you need to.
Right.
But we appreciate you all being here and you all
Yes, we
listening.
do.
Please,
The engagement is really
or we're
ultimately,
very,
you know,
very, very grateful. Very, very,
Yes.
very grateful.
yes. We live in deep gratitude every day.
Yes,
We
we
are
really
grateful
do.
that we can
I love my life. My life is,
do the things
our lives are
we
good.
love to do, and you know, it may not be perfect, and we know that life has its ups and downs, and we flow with it, and we get to do that. We get to flow with it, and that's just, I am very grateful. And all of you listening, participating, helping that, and I'm grateful for you.
So tonight's title was authenticity,
Yes.
being authentic. That's the first place you should go. That's the first stage to gaining awakenings or being awakened, or, you know, being authentic 100%. Not,
Right.
I mean, yeah, of course, around certain Karens, and I don't mean to use that name as a derogatory term, but you know.
I know, I'm sorry, Karen.
Unfortunately, it does rhyme with Aaron. Take the K off the front, and it is Aaron, which sucks.
There you
So
go.
anyway, where was I?
You're talking about
Being authentic.
Yes.
And being authentic around certain people that will take it as you being crazy. Well, just, you know, you want to try to avoid those people.
Right.
You're not going to always avoid them.
Understand that, you know, for the most part.
But it's more important that you're authentic than you are
Yes.
hiding it.
Right.
Or not able to be yourself.
Well, this is why I say, for the most part, understand, you know, we do have masks in this world. We're kind of born to have them, right? Like we're raised with rules and expectations and programming that we're expected to adhere to, and that gets ingrained in ourselves, etc. And there really is a time and a place for everything, right? Like when you're mature and you know, instead of being a hole online and just, you know, trying to be some, you know, show off or like whatever offended person, whatever it is, right? And try to take over the show. It's being grown up enough to wait till afterwards, send a private message saying, hey, yo, here's what I think about this thing. Can we talk about that? Because I'd like to talk to you guys about this. I think I can change your mind. And he may not, right? Like, but being able to be grown up enough to say, it really bothered me hearing you say that thing. I'd like to be able to talk about this or tell you my point or whatever in a grown up manner. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, especially just naturally reactive people and sensitive people.
You mean fire
and
signs?
Abused people. Yes,
Naturally
a lot
reactive.
of fire signs.
Yes,
but
very reactive.
Being able to take in, like, understand your environment and the people in it and etc. And just know them for them and be your whole self. Know that if you say something to someone, you're going to get an argument. So therefore you simply just avoid ever saying that. And it builds up in you, right? Like really being authentic, knowing that, okay, I might have to hear them hoot and holler at me for like 20 minutes, but I got to say this right now. Right. And even if they change your mind or you come to a place where whatever happens, right? It's that authenticity that helps you grow. But that openness and stubbornness is going to be like key for a while. Understand that, people. Anyway, being able to manage yourself, right? Like being fully honest. Okay, like I really want to say this to this person. However, I know if I say it like this, I'm going to get this, but I got to say it, right? Like, how do I diplomatically express myself right now so that I'm not holding something back? I'm not coming at them later with some sort of, I'm not like putting pain into my body, myself, by holding things back.
And you really tend to hide yourself a lot more because you're afraid that people will think something.
Right.
But we are in the age that we need to start becoming more of who we are,
Yes.
and actually not being afraid to be that.
Right.
It's no longer about faking it. It's about, and it never has been about faking it.
Right.
We fell into this spell of faking it or pretending to be something, or, and
I
in
always,
some situations,
I have always said
wherever you
fake it
are,
till you make
if you
it.
need to, if
But
you're at a wedding,
yeah.
you're in the wedding party, you wear a tuxedo usually. You
Right.
wear a suit.
Or you're
You
doing
do
it
it
the
for
way
the
they want
occasion,
to,
or
or
you
whatever,
dress
right?
like a Viking. I mean,
Mhm.
whatever it is, you get into
Dress for
their
the occasion.
authenticity.
Their ceremony.
Having respect and holding respect for ceremony
Yes.
is that's good.
Yes.
However, in our everyday walking life, we need to be authentic with ourselves and look at ourselves and go, you know what? Everything that happens from now on is my fault.
Yep.
It's all my fault.
Yep.
Everything that happens from this moment on and that's happened in the past, no matter what it was that was forced upon you or whatever it is, it's important to look that way, because when you can look that way, you can see everything,
Right.
because you hold compassion.
Mhm.
And compassion is the next step, but we're not there yet because we're on authenticity.
Right. Really, truly seeing our role in things. Being able to understand, wow, I was way naive to walk into that situation that brought me into a place I no longer had control. It's not looking at it and trying to beat yourself up and like take blame for things. It's about looking at it and understanding that every move, every decision, everything that we do, there's an action and a reaction to absolutely
And
everything.
I like what Vera said. She said, and I don't know, do you want me to call you Raven Wolf Star Readings? I will. I'll call you out. She's also a reader. I had a ton of masks, and it took a while to peel them off.
Right. And that's just it. We're all, we all have them. We were all born into like creating them, right? And so it's not about beating yourself up to take blame and responsibility for your life. It's about actually going, wow, that naive decision right there brought me into this whole emotional roller coaster here. Had I listened to that question deep inside of myself, maybe I wouldn't have done it. Or understanding, wow, I was truly duped into believing this thing to have me naively walk into it. But it's taking your role, it's understanding your life and taking responsibility for your decisions, understanding some things were simply out of your control, but understanding the headspace you were in that brought you there is important, because it's not about beating yourself up. It's about
No.
understanding and
I
being
think
able
you
to,
beat yourself up when you're avoiding yourself.
right.
That's when you beat yourself up. When you don't accept yourself as who you are. Destiny plays a part in a lot of things, and it doesn't always take us the way we want to go
Right.
as humans, but we're
Right.
supposed to go in certain places.
Right.
Every experience that we go through, which can be viewed on our level of existence as, or perception as, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we view everything. Every moment is a good one or a bad one.
Right.
But no, all those moments are good ones.
Yes.
This is your authentic life. This is what you're living. This is
Everything is an opportunity to grow,
yes.
to learn.
And you can you can take it a lot of different places, but to a certain extent, you're not going to move yourself out of your own divinity and your own divine path.
Right.
So to a certain extent, to a lot of it, to a lot of an extent, to the whole extent, you have to let yourself go to that.
Right. Right. Right.
I didn't explain that properly, but that was not a word.
Well, no, you do have to accept the space in which you've put yourself. No matter what type of limitation you may perceive it to be, or it really is, or whatever, you have to be able to step back and away from yourself enough to really engage with yourself enough to understand the lessons that you're learning. And even those, especially actually those painful ones, seem to really stick with you. It is those hills, those mountains,
and
those
Susan
floods
Grillo,
that we
yeah,
cross.
Susan Grillo says, study the Dalai Lama and meditation. It helps tremendously. Yes, and it does. Like the Buddha way, but also the Buddha way becomes too much of a unit, like too much to where they just like follow everything that the leader says or the way that things are going, just always flow with
Too
that.
passive, right?
Too passive, yes.
Too passive.
I think that we need a little bit of more of an edge
It's that
to that
balance. It is that
softness.
balance. It is walking that softness, but
And it
knowing,
is balanced, but it's also like you're constantly kind of finding that balance. So you're
oh, yes, it
it's
is
like being on a
constant there.
bike. The bike
Yes,
is wriggly unless you get strong, and you get
right.
stronger at it because you ride the bike.
And you are
So you
balanced
don't
within it, and you
wiggle
know it. Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. Right.
You're holding a good streamline. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
This is where it is. It's about mastering things for fun, just playing
Hmm.
in the sand. I was playing
Right.
in the sand earlier.
Yeah, we did some
We
sifting of
built a
sand.
sand. We built a Zen garden. But anyway, it is about playing in the sandbox, playing in the in the field, whatever it is, playing with something,
Yes, right,
something that makes you happy, makes you smile when you do it, or gets you
right,
really interested in it.
right. And not caring why, right? Just allowing yourself to be and enjoy and do. Be happy doing it. Sometimes I think that we're
Yeah, Christy says she built a snowman. Exactly, like those kind of
nice.
things.
Well,
Like
gosh, you guys got enough snow for that. That was fun, I bet.
don't ever lose that sense of play. That's what
Right?
we're doing. We're playing.
Yes,
And sometimes when you play, you fall down and go boom.
that's right.
But as long as you're being authentic to your happiness and what you want and what what makes you glow, and understand this is not a selfish thing, because as you glow, others glow around you or they find their path. It's not a selfish thing to find your own light
No,
and
it is
live
not.
in your own light.
That's right.
It's not a selfish thing.
Being in service to others, yeah, does not mean giving yourself or your respect or your independence away, right? You need that strength and that stability for yourself to be able to assist others to a degree.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't need anything to help anyone.
The authentic path is the authentic path, or living authentically, is there are no masters.
No.
You can learn from teachers
Yes.
that have mastered certain realms of things or certain
Certain
aspects of
areas or
things,
aspects or
but there
knowledge.
is nobody that controls you.
No.
And that's the whole thing about religion, is they're always gods. And I say we all have that godlike energy,
Yes.
but there are nobody that controls us ever. That's not a real thing.
Right.
The only way that they control us is if we let them control us.
Yes.
And why they make heroes out of gods, because
Yes.
you trust them, you believe them, you have faith in them, and you follow them.
Yeah.
Right into hell or off a
Yeah.
bridge.
Excuse me. Right.
And that's where you want to keep that discernment, but also keep your authenticity,
Right.
your intuition, whatever it's
Understand
telling
that there
you.
may be someone or something, some deity, whatever, some aspect of thing, some knowledge you've learned that you want to um, integrate into yourself more authentically, and that's awesome and that's great. But we shouldn't give too much credit to something outside of ourselves, because we make those decisions. When there are things outside of our control, when you truly take that outer look, no matter what, perhaps, especially in today's age, there might be effects you have to deal with of certain things that are massively being done to just about everybody.
And there are still
But
things you should fight for.
yes,
If that's your authentic self and you're feeling something and you've actually used your discernment to look through this and go, are they trying to get to my emotions?
Right.
And put a spell on me, or am I really feeling this? Like this,
Right. Right.
there's something wrong, because you do have spidey senses. Everybody does. And if you feel it and you feel like it's a need to share it or fight for it, even if it's just speaking your mind,
Right.
do it.
That's right.
Don't hold it back. Don't hold it in. That blocks everything, blocks
Right.
all your communication.
Right. And that's why, I mean, like it's one thing about learning the time and place of things and being good, but
Genuine's another way of
always,
saying authentic. Yep.
yes, always, always, always expressing, like I said, if you feel like you need to say something, it's about knowing how and when to do that without being, an asshole to someone else, right? Like without outwardly putting into the realm of the world your upsetness. That's why they call
Upsetness.
people Karens, right?
Upsettivity.
It's
Upsettivity.
those people
That
that
sounds like
need
a word.
to express it outwardly because they haven't yet inwardly understood that, okay, I'm upset, I need to say something, but I don't need to say it to the world right now. I just need to let this person know that shit upset me. Or
Yeah,
this is how
Christy
I
says,
felt,
is
or
it
this is
genuine? And yeah, you've got to ask yourself that.
exactly
Does this feel right? Does this feel like my path? Without getting all manic about it. You get
right.
manic, like you got to be careful with that. That
Yeah.
excitement.
Yeah.
That's what causes, like, shopaholic gamblers.
Yeah.
You
Any
know,
any
people
of the
addicted, like you're
workaholics,
just
they become this.
you're getting obsessed with some certain thing.
Yep.
And if you really, then you need to pull yourself back,
Yep.
like slap yourself in the face and
Yep.
go, wait.
All
Because
right.
you are going to immerse yourself in whatever you're doing,
Yes.
of course,
Yes, you should.
the mastery of that. But whatever's like bringing you into this worry place of like, what do people think about me and how's that going to,
Mhm.
that's when you trap yourself.
Am I really doing it
That's when
right?
you
Do they like
become
it? Do they?
inauthentic.
Right.
Inauthentic.
And that's why I said it's one thing to be self-aware and another thing to be self-conscious. And it took me a long time to learn that, right? Because I'd always, from a very young age, I became self-conscious. So I was now aware that I was a person in this world.
Yep.
Right. I was no longer just innocently participating in it. I now understood I was a being in this world and people saw me. Right. So I became self-conscious. Now, had I understood then, what I finally got to grow into and understand is there, if I had been able to use that and understand simply that other people in this world don't see the world the way I do. And I was able to hear people and deal with situations without thinking it was towards or at or against or at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would have been different. I could have made different choices, perhaps not been hurt so much, right? Like, but instead, at such a young age, at being so immature and not understanding those things, and not having one help me through those things at that point in time, it was more I took the world was coming at me, right? And I had to deflect and reflect and just get through this mean, nasty world of all these. What do they think? Oh my God, are they looking at me like this? What are they?
Yeah.
And that's not, I mean,
Image.
we have to yes.
Which to a certain extent, I mean, I get it.
Well, yes, you want to present yourself to the world the
Yeah.
way you'd like the world
However,
to see
you need to stay who you are.
that's what I'm saying. The difference between
Not
self-aware
forget that
and self-conscious. When you're self-conscious, you're just always worried about what the world is seeing.
And then you start lying and you start, and there's certain things, you, and especially in jobs like we do, you don't want to keep your personal life and your private life and your public life. Those do need to be separate because we are humans and we fall on our ass all the time. However, we can tell you what works. And most of the time we do. And most of the time it does. And that's what this podcast is about. And hopefully people join and they come up to their own conclusions.
Right.
And then they start to share it with others. You don't have to do a podcast. I mean, you should. But if you can't or you don't want to,
right,
it's just talking to the people around you.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to wake people up to their own authenticity.
Right.
And a lot of people, you'll see, if you challenge them to that or just make them look at themselves, it drives them crazy. They'll avoid it or they'll fight it furiously.
Yeah. Well, because it really is hard.
Your squirt is there.
Yeah.
Our squirt is there.
Yes.
Yeah, we forgot we had to do a podcast, so yes, we will come get it.
Not had.
And thank you.
We've forgotten that we had scheduled a podcast.
Yeah. I just straight up forgot the podcast was tonight.
What I'm saying.
No, we don't have to do anything, but I feel like I want to.
Well, I know, but you said had, and I feel like, no, we forgot we had one scheduled.
Yeah.
We had to do one.
No, we didn't have to. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yes. I didn't, if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't do it.
Right. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was correcting your wording. I just figured.
Yeah, that's the only soda I've drank other than McDonald's, straight from the McDonald's Coke. Because their Coke is always clean. It's always, they have a deal that they have everything like perfect, so it always tastes the same. And you know, I'm not promoting McDonald's. Please don't go to McDonald's. It's not a
Or
good
drink
place.
Coke, really. If
Like
those
their
darker
hamburgers
sodas,
aren't. They're not hamburger. Their chicken is half-ass chicken.
let me
Like
tell
you're
you
probably
though,
eating beaks
I
and noses.
I am one. Look, I was a dark soda. I was Dr. Pepper morning, noon, and night for so much of my life. But I've got to tell you that there is something in those darker sodas that really does mess with your guts.
Yeah, it does get. Yeah, it
Yeah.
builds sediment. It's like a sediment.
Yeah.
The syrup, that dark. Yeah. So we started drinking Squirt, which is like a lychee Sprite, or
Yeah. It's very nice. I like it. And I don't know. It's
but it
mostly
has
bubbles,
so much
but
sugar in it.
it
Like
really does.
really enough to where if you actually look at it, you're like, oh God, that scares the shit out of me.
And yet it's the bubbles I love.
People go to McDonald's and they'll order like, I want a Big Mac, a fry, large fry, and a Diet Coke. Like
Like, what's
what,
Diet gonna do?
dude? Go for it. Get a shake.
Dude,
Fuck,
I have
why
to tell
not?
you
You're
though,
already
those
eating
fake
garbage.
sweeteners, you got to be careful with them. Go with natural fake sweeteners, okay? If you're gonna go with fake sweeteners, because a lot of those chemicals are just—they're not really doing you any better.
No.
They
I'm
might
gonna
keep
share.
sugar
I'm gonna
levels
share the
down,
link,
but-
and so if anybody wants to jump on right now live,
all right.
I haven't seen the founder. No, I don't watch a lot of TV. I listen to a lot of information.
Yeah, I listen
We've
to
been
people that watch
studying.
stuff.
I've been studying. Well, right now the California driver's test because I have to get a license. I have to pass that test, just the
I
written one.
probably should because they're gonna hate that my
And
license has been expired.
but
for so
other than
long.
that, like we've been studying Greek mythology and what else? World events.
World events, just current situations, you know.
Michael Keaton. No, I haven't seen that one. I did drop the link, so if anybody wants to join the stream.
We watch a lot of like Rumble, Pluto, if it's going to be like TV.
Oh, Pluto,
type
yeah,
of
it's like
stuff.
TV, like because we like to sleep with the TV playing.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't, but
We shouldn't. However,
because I can dream better when it's not playing. So whenever it goes offline, I dream better.
when it goes offline, I'm going, oh, it's time to wake up.
But it's been like what? The last 2 or 3 days have been beautiful.
It has been. It's been very nice.
Spring is here and I'm loving it.
Right? Yes.
I've got all my hydroponic experimentation or experiments going on.
Yeah. Some of them are working out really, really well.
No, there's
some
some
worried
of them,
about.
you know, some died when I tried to transplant them because I'm trying to build these towers.
Well, see, I think that,
buckets.
okay, so I think that our method right now with certain plants is problematic because you really want to transplant them into their forever space when they're a little bit bigger. But the space we have them starting
They have to be
is
transplanted.
very
No, they
small.
have to go in 3 stages. They have to go from the seedling when it
Yes.
just comes out,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have to go into a bigger one, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit bigger, like a medium size, and then they go into their forever.
Right. And see, and this is what I'm saying. Had we used a different avenue, like those
Yeah,
little,
we just try. I'm trying a lot of different things though, different
Right.
methods of
well, I'm just saying it's just that with certain plants,
Yeah.
other plants have done great with their transplant and keeping on going. But I think that some of them that are meant to be a little bit bigger before
Yeah.
they head into whatever we're having problem with because they're so dainty.
Yeah.
At the point
Oh,
they
those
should be
cucumbers
slightly more girthy.
they're in the
cucumbers are doing
nursery
great.
and they
Yeah.
need to grow. They need to be. Yeah, the cucumbers are going a little crazy right now. They want to be outside, but it's too cold. I don't want to put a freeze on them,
Right.
because then they'll die.
Right.
They're like tomatoes. They have to be. My tomatoes and my cucumbers. Anyway, we're not going too much into. But we
I
like to
pinned the link,
update you on our.
but
The first one I started,
see it.
we started talking about it on the podcast. The cilantro had died because it
Yeah.
wasn't touching water, and I wasn't paying enough attention, and so it just dried up. But now we have a pineapple, a celery,
a lettuce.
a lettuce. The pineapple I'm excited about.
Me too.
'Cause
I'm
I've
just
never grown a
worried that
pineapple.
you put it in the water too soon. Because
No, it
it's like
dried
he
up.
let his shit dry out
4
for
days.
like,
4 days.
okay. I'm excited too. I just hope
No,
we
it's gonna
didn't
grow,
get too
'cause I saw the
excited and
roots.
go too soon.
You have to have a certain, you know,
Mm.
you have to have certain, and have roots sticking out. We're gonna be fine. Or maybe not. Maybe we won't. Maybe I've acted too fast.
Well, and
This
that's
is the
just,
cool thing about like
but
trying
that's
to do
it.
these
Yes.
things on the fly. Like
Right.
we're not planning on being here forever, but we are gonna grow a garden. And we
Mhm.
started it early, so it
Mhm.
hopefully blooms early. We get bloom.
Yeah, hopefully
Anyway,
we get a nice little harvest.
we're
and
talking
everyone
about
gets to enjoy
authenticity.
it,
This
and
is part of
yes.
my authenticity. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to planting things,
Mhm.
but I want to do it in a nerdy way.
Right. And no, and I get it. And I don't like to discourage him. However, sometimes I feel like, hang on, baby. Give it a minute. Yes, it looks beautiful right now, but he's still pretty skinny in his, root process. And that's, I think, where I think certain starts would do better if we used a different avenue as opposed to the one we are.
Yeah, but we're doing what we have to do. Just chill. I got
I
this.
am chilling.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Everything's growing.
Yes, it's doing beautifully.
Yes,
And I hope that it continues to.
it will.
I just,
We're at the beginning, right when it's coming out of
yes.
the cold
And
spell.
which is why I say, I just believe that next year I'd like to try a different avenue so that we don't have to do it with such skinny guys. That's all. Anyway, sorry guys.
I don't think we've frozen. Have we frozen for you guys out there?
I don't have my headphones on. I'm
Let
not
me
checking
know
the
in the
sound.
live
Let us
stream,
know,
the
please.
comments.
But she's saying she's not seeing my pin post either. So.
We don't have a pin post right now.
Yeah.
No.
I pinned the link.
Oh, the link tree?
Yeah. No. To the show.
Well, they're already on the show. They're already listening to the show.
Babe, you put out the link so they could join the show.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I pinned
and
it.
you pinned it, but I'm going to do it again. Did it go away?
I don't know. Check it out.
Can you see a pin still?
No, I didn't see that it ever pinned, but it says it says unpin when I try to pin
All
it
right,
again.
well, let's do it again. Still got the same links. All right, they're coming out again. There they go. Out into the ether. Hello, Elaine.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Good song.
Hello. Is there anybody out
I'm good.
there?
Okay, good.
Is anyone home? Anyway, sorry.
I miss
plans for the
Anthony. Where the
resort.
hell is Anthony, dude?
I know.
He's
I
probably
know. The
working or
plans for the
something.
resort are like in flow, right? Like we plan to definitely do them. We definitely have to though get out to our land, see what we're working with, figure out like all that stuff.
We may stay on the road for a little bit because it costs a lot of money to get things built.
It does.
Permits are a bitch. And you know what? I need a Starlink. That's what a Starlink and something to power it, which I'm working on, but I'm not there yet.
Right.
Maybe let the generator.
The generator. I think the generator.
The gas generator, but yeah. I need solar, so I've got a lot of passive energy.
And we'll get there, man. But yes, we need the Starlight.
But I'm thinking about all these things. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there like not like an 1840s cowboy.
Right.
I have technology I can use, and I'm going to use it. But
right.
The plan is we're going.
Yes.
And we're in the grasslands, so we should have some good soil for trees.
And if not, we will work
it. And we're going to work it, but I'm going to use a lot of hydroponics because it uses way, way less water.
Right. And yes.
It only uses 10% water.
Right.
Is if you had a soil plant.
Right.
That's why I'm experimenting on these things.
I get it.
This
and
is
that's
like
the
moving
only
into
reason
the next
I said,
phase of life. I'm learning how to do
little,
these things.
Those little, I can't remember the name of them right now, but there's these little rock things that you can use that I think for like tomato,
rock wool.
like, yes, those things that.
Yeah, I would say we should
so
start
people
them
that
in rock
have
wool.
the bigger
Are we still
stems,
talking about gardening?
Yes. So the bigger stems can get a little bigger before we transplant. Because right now we have like,
and it is fun, like in the nursery when you grow little babies from seeds.
Yeah.
And you see them pop up. I've got some peppers in a, they're in a hydroponic system for microgreens. So
Teresa and Christy are trying to come live. Do we not see it
I'll
happen?
send it out again. Just scroll up a little bit. You'll find it.
No, they see the link. They've been trying, I think.
Wait. I don't see anybody in the studio. Try again. You fail. Try again. No, just kidding.
Shit. It's always just a try again. Or as some would say, keep on swimming, keep on
No, that's
swimming.
Ellen DeGeneres, and I can't stand that.
It's an annoying voice. Don't think about the person.
Not because she's gay, but because she's a piece of shit.
Or the company. Just think about that little bit of the story. Because really, you gotta keep on swimming.
Mortal Kombat, yeah, exactly.
And yes, I do plan on.
I can do the
corn and having
voices. So
fun.
anybody listening right now, if maybe you have a game you want somebody to voice over, I'm here. Let
I'm
me
here
know.
too.
Aaron
not as
Fowler,
cool.
Psychic Shaman. You can
But I
find
do
me
it.
find me everywhere. I'm all over the Ethernet.
Yeah.
The internet. The interwebs.
It sucks that right now my only site to really
Fatality. Yeah,
bring
exactly.
people to is
And I've got a little
Facebook,
more raspy
but
voice because it's spring. I was told I need to take some local honey once a day, and I should.
Really, baby, that's what
A
I've been.
teaspoon of local honey. I should. Okay, I'm going to add that to my morning routine. God, getting older, you have to have a routine, like an old people routine. Like I got to do this.
Spoonful of
I
honey.
got to do that because you can feel age
Mix some
creeping up on your
medicine,
ass.
go
Like, oh,
down. Medicine, go down.
hello, Layla.
Just a spoonful of honey.
Do you want me to share it again? I mean, I can share it again.
Yeah,
Shit.
we have some because I don't know what's going on right now, and it's upsetting that Facebook's not letting it. I have to keep going back and
Facebook's
forth
dumb.
to see the comments, etc.
Okay, it's shared again in Facebook and StreamYard. Yep, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
Oh,
all right, we got 9 people listening and 4 people liking it. I know there's more that like that. Hit that like button.
Just give it a like.
Give it a like. Somebody gave it mad. I don't know who was mad.
But be mad and
Be
sad
mad.
and
It
happy
works. Yeah, all those work.
and glad. Be
They
mad
all
and
work,
sappy
so
and had and glad.
as long as you just hit them.
See, when I tried to make it all funny, I did the words wrong. Anyway, push them all.
Kathy says she's back from the market. What are we from the 1930s right now? Hello, Father. I'm back from the market.
Oh my God, babe.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But it's funny when I saw market, my junior high mind kicked in.
I think O.M. Benjamin kicked in for a minute.
No, Owen Benjamin's cool. Not many can handle him, but no, it's just my inner Owen Benjamin. That sounds gay. I'm not saying that. No, it's the Aaron Fowler. Am I acting any different than I ever have?
No. I just now have a person for you to look back and associate to.
If you guys ever really want to get like offended, but it's funny, listen to Owen Benjamin. He's on Rockfin and Rumble. All the YouTube shit, you're only gonna find like Russell Brand and like all
my
the popular
baby has
kids.
always been
And
my
me.
baby. But let me see. That's the first person I can go, hang on, babe. You're being an Owen Benjamin. And he can go, wait, hang on. Okay.
I was saying how old I'm back from the market. Kathy, for some reason, right now is reminding me of like the hills are alive with the sound of music. Yeah. God, we're old.
Yes, we are.
And I only watched that movie like once or twice.
Oh God, my mother was a musical motherfucker, man.
Yeah, she loves
all
Disney.
the musicals. We heard them and heard them and heard them and heard them and heard them.
Julie Andrews, though, how about that woman, man? She's fucking awesome.
Oh, dude, she was a singer and an actress, and she did well. You never saw her in any Me Too's or a Sides by Sides or any of that shit.
Right.
Credits go out. Whoa, girl.
Are we scaring people away? No, we got 6 people viewing and 6 likes. That's good. Or hates or whatever.
We got
Angers,
it.
sadness.
We got it. We got
oh, wait,
it.
somebody's in the studio. They finally made it here.
Finally.
Look at Teresa just slides in, dude. Intercepted.
Nice.
Look at Teresa just slides in like no problem. Fucking tourist. Oh, somebody else has
There
found
we
their way.
go. Finally,
Oh,
Christy.
Christy. She came.
We
She's
got
coming
some
in
comments
second.
that
All
we
right.
didn't know.
Hi, girl.
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
How we doing?
What you guys talking about tonight? I didn't know you were
Authenticity.
on.
The
Authentic-
sound of music.
That was
Oh,
part of it.
yes.
That
That
was
was
just
caught
one
that
section of
one.
the show.
Well, because
We're going to bring you much more, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there. If you like what you see, donate, please. We're going to entertain you
Right. That's right.
and
Donations are
Let
always
program
me
you.
entertain
No,
you.
There's no explanation of that either. Like donations are good because you guys are here and you guys are providing a service, and obviously
Yes.
if we're listening, there's a reason we're listening.
Right.
Yes.
So you don't go to fucking Smith's and be like, "Can I have a loaf
Fucking-
of bread just
that's
because I look
Hey,
nice?"
can I come? Can I get that whole rack of ribs, please? Can you
Right?
give it to me for
Right?
free?
Because I did my hair good. Like you pay.
And
for
you know
that
there's
stuff.
fucking energy being put in behind all of us. Like
Right.
we're doing this shit.
Right.
You know how hard it is to get up and just talk on screen or in on audio live?
Right.
It takes a lot of energy. Just
Right.
we have to entertain so we can get you to open up to things.
Yes.
The entertainment part always comes first.
But it's always also kind of, like it's being that mature person that goes, wait, no, let's
It's
not.
being
Let's not talk
authentic.
about
It's
this.
being
But
fucking
yes,
who you are.
exactly. Yes. Knowing how wet.
I consider
Where-
myself, and this is gonna sound gay, the Jack Sparrow of psychics.
Dude, when it comes to the Jack
If I
Sparrow
had to, like,
things,
relate it to anything, that would be the best correlation.
I tell you that there's a certain.
Christy knows what's up. Christy knows what's up.
Anyway, I'm not even going to go with that.
Tell us, Christy.
No, don't tell us. You just have to figure it out.
And I was an
I
asshole.
know. My mic.
I want to
I already
know.
gave it to you. I just said the Jack Sparrow of psychics.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck shaman. What's a shaman? I'm like, I don't know. We could go off on an hour just talking about what a shaman is.
Well, because some
So-
people
Do you really wanna
they've
break it
mastered
down?
it in this way and mastered it in that way, and really ultimately,
A
what it
shaman is someone who connects with evil
I
and
can
good
talk
spirits.
to the evil, and I can talk
That's
to
the
higher,
definition.
So
and
let's.
I
Look it up.
choose to look this way, work this way, and guide you that way.
I think it's shaman though.
Yeah, well,
I don't like
whatever.
shaman though. The shaman
Exactly.
sounds much better.
You see what I'm saying? Some people are trying to say it's a shame.
Got a little bit better of like a
They're shaming you. and
shaming you.
things.
So what makes you a shaman? Like what makes
Me?
you this person?
By definition, what I just said. A shaman is someone who contacts, and this is the simplest,
Yes, the
Definition
simplest
of it.
definition. Yes.
who is in contact or can come in contact with evil or good spirit.
Yep.
Now, there's a whole other broader, you can go very broad on what that does. Once you do that,
Or you
Of
can
course.
hone it into like a speciality.
a shaman of music and vibration. I can play music. I can hear things. Music plays in my head. I connect to
Okay.
that spiritual aspect of it. A shaman, as in I can connect with somebody that wants to connect with somebody that they just passed, and
Right.
they don't want to feel like they're lost. A
Right.
shaman that can help you heal. A shaman in whatever way that is.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Is a shaman was the thing that described everything I do.
Yes.
Right.
Because I'm a psychic, I'm a medium, I'm a tarot reader.
Right.
Like what the fuck, dude? I'm an empath. Like yeah, all of it applies.
See, now I chose mystic because I work in the unknown realms, and I try to work
Mystic
with.
is just as good
Yes, I try to
because
work
it's
with
the mysteries of life.
medicines
The
and
mysteries are the things that
healing and the whole
seem as
like
magic to us.
humanity of things, right? So it was with our titles and how we chose them and how we got them and what we it was finding the best definition to not have to lay out a million words to explain what we do.
At least that's what was our thought at the
Right.
time.
Right.
It'll
Right.
probably change. I'll change myself from Gandalf to fucking
Probably.
From Gandalf.
but I don't know, dude. Whatever. Like, you know what?
We only have
I
one
do always
website,
have
and
to
it's his
progress, so-
because of the fact that
But you create that
Yeah.
for
But yes,
yourself.
you
Like,
do.
you think
That's
like
right.
people that are very highly successful, you don't think they create like a persona for themselves?
right.
No, come
And then
on. Like
They
that's
live by it.
yeah, no, fuck that's a fucking blanket like, yeah, that's a blanket statement right there. Like, you're a shaman because you're good. Like, you just broke it down. You're good at not just one avenue. You're good at
Right.
many different avenues. And Norma, you're good at many different avenues, just a different like aspect or a different.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm the
Exactly.
masculine, she's the feminine. That's the way.
And that's why you guys.
I'm all about that ceremony and that, like, bringing you into that space and
Check
having
this out. Her
fun with
blood
it.
type, she's the RH negative, so she's the
Yep.
um
I'm O
O
negative.
positive, O negative, and I am O positive.
Yeah.
So our bloods, I think, can help a lot of other people.
Yeah,
But we
that's
can't
crazy.
get a lot of other blood from other
Right.
people.
Like he
Yeah.
can't get it from me. Well, yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I
get it from
think
me.
I can.
He
get
can.
it from you.
He
from him.
can.
She can't
Yeah,
get it
that's
from me.
right. Yeah.
That's so crazy, though.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's interesting.
Anyway, you know what's been on my mind lately is the reptilians or that race.
I think that's
Remember
the
when
only
we viewed that race? Like when we viewed it,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and I kept seeing like
I think
that
about RH
fucking
negative
is like there's something there because we've been taught so long to hate reptilians and think that they're evil.
lizards
And
and
somebody else
snakes
said
and
something today
yes.
or yesterday, I heard in a podcast, and I don't hear it, but it's starting to come up, which means that collective energy
Right. Right.
or knowledge is starting
Here
to
it is
overpower
coming out. Yeah.
the unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody said, yeah, maybe they're not so bad themselves. I think it was Russell Brand. He said maybe we're thinking they're reptilians. Maybe they're not so bad of people. Maybe they're the
Well,
nice.
there's a species, so there's got to be some good ones.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, and we're being.
You know.
Why are we being told, or why are they always being
to
demonized?
take a whole race and make every one of them evil? And now here's the thing.
Mm.
Right now, I feel like we are ruled by certain families
That are human,
that I wish I could just.
or they feel like.
However,
yeah.
not everyone in that family is that way, right? Like, there's always a dissenter.
Always.
And so, blanket putting something on something else, no matter what it is. These fucking ants over here, they're ruining my yard or whatever, etc. Actually, you know what? It's only these particular ones over here being dicks. You know what I mean? Like,
but if you look at the way that the government has portrayed like UFOs and aliens just in general. So we're not even talking about the reptilians because God knows they don't think we're able to handle that information. So let's just look at the fucking the aliens, right?
Right.
That blanket statement they have created, the government, and I'm sorry, but yes, it is the government because our ideas wouldn't have come from another place because they are the ones that control the news. They're the ones that control the media. So they're the ones who control what we portray as aliens. So of course, everything that we've ever seen of aliens is these scary, crazy pictures and like drawings and sketches of, you know what I mean, like these weird
these
looking
things that want to eat us and take
yeah,
over
like
us and
monsters.
destroy
And
us
it's like
yeah.
if we could just, I mean, not selfishly, but like collectively look at how selfish are we to think we're the only people here? Like in the universe that we have, we're not the only species here. So when it comes to the reptilians, yes, some
I
are.
think it's even a little bit foolish to think that there's a God above us, but we're the only being. There's this whole all-knowing being up above us, but we're the only ones.
Yeah.
Right?
There is a group of people. My husband has one for a friend. They're called Universalists.
Mm-hmm.
And they believe that everything revolves around the earth, that we are the center.
Whoa, that's scary.
Well,
that's kind of scary though. Think about that. That is like Christy just said. That's very conceited.
Right?
That's very like to think that the world, which, you know, and I have to hold on. I have to look at that and say, in some ways, that's a good step.
Yes.
Like to think that the earth revolves around, everything revolves around the earth. And actually in our solar system, from what I know, from what I even psychically know, and all of the psychic trips we've taken, right?
Yep.
We revolve around the sun.
Yes.
The sun is our magnet.
And I'm going to say that our medicine, look, I got to tell you.
Like it's that almost sounds like flat earthing.
On the most simplest
level. Yeah.
On the most simplest level of healing, if you want to feel fucking phenomenal throughout the day, understanding the day you lived, say I got totally fucked up that day. Oh my gosh. Yet I woke up feeling good. Wake up with the sun and go to bed
Mhm.
with the sun, right? Know when
Right.
it's time to rise and know when it's time to relax. That doesn't mean necessarily go to sleep and wake up with exactly the sun, but utilize those light forces,
Those
utilize
moments.
those energies, those rays, those
But that's
vitamins,
just,
those
let's get back. Hold on,
nutrients,
hold on. Let's get back to,
plant life.
hold on. I don't know where you're going. Which
We
you're
were
going
talking
in a
about
very
that way
deep,
earlier.
but this whole,
Just
like,
saying.
okay, what was that? What was that called? That was a religion. It's a cult.
A universalist.
Universalist.
I could have it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they call.
Everything revolves. That's kind of, I think that kind of is leaning. I mean, you know what? I understand parts of it. Like I said, there's things that I
Yeah.
understand about it,
I gave it
but
some thought too.
it is kind of a way to cage ourselves in a little bit more, right?
Feel
Give
safer.
ourselves more excuses. Anyway, back to what I was saying though, and the reason I was mentioning the sun, and it doesn't matter whether you think the sun revolves around us or us the sun. If you truly want to heal, need to heal, and you feel like you need that extra natural assistance, make sure you get those early morning sun rays. Get up with the sun. When the sun is starting to set, get out there. Take in those sunset rays. Now, get a little earthly about it. Enjoy the sunrise. Enjoy the sunset. It's fucking healing.
Oh yeah.
Healing to a degree that I can't even explain right at this moment.
Yeah, for kids that were listening,
But much
close
like
your
your
ears
plants,
before she says fuck.
yeah, sorry. But much like your plants, they
I wish I had
understand
a beeper.
that you go up with those rays. Like as the sun
Just for
comes up,
fun.
it follows that sun. It kind of just goes and it goes with it, right? And when it goes down, it kind of lets itself rest. We are plants ourselves, really. I don't care how you want to look at this world. I don't care how you want to see the magic. I don't care how you, if it's flat, if it's round, if it's this, if it's that. Understanding the magic that nature has to offer us here in this world. Science is great. All the technologies we have are phenomenal. But nature gives us everything, and to think otherwise is ignorant.
Well, that to me, all of that completely circles back to the bottom line of grounding. Because if you've ever seen the show, so I've obviously spent a lot of time at my house the last couple fucking months. So I watch a lot of fucking shit on TV. And that show alone, they go out and it's like but the first 2 seasons were based in Vancouver. And so like these people go out and they're stripped of everything. Obviously they know that it's for $1 million, dude, strip you of my shit too. I could care less.
Right.
But they go out there for $1 million and it's not the conditions. It's not the weather. It's not the fucking animals, the cougars, the bears. It's not about that. It is your mental stability after being out there for a certain period of time that gets to every single one of these contestants. And that's because in Vancouver, it is 275 days out of the year raining. So if you don't have that sunshine and you don't have that chance to get out and soak up the vitamin D and get out and fucking stretch your legs and arms, and
let's give a fucking let's all have a shot on those who can live in that fucking condition, because I don't want to.
It's tough, dude.
Yeah, I'd probably have a hard time myself.
I can kill it though. You know what? Because it's all mental. And so for me, I've been in so much worse. So I could, for $1 million, you can put me anywhere, and I do it to be
$1 million.
honest.
But that's the whole thing, is being able to put a number on it. For me, this is me personally, and trust me, I've lost out on opportunities. I'm glad I lost out on, but there have been ideas and thoughts where, thankfully, that fear that I felt, but that uncomfortability, that wait, what am I selling to get that? Actually, now if it's simply to be in this space for 7 days for that amount of money, you betcha I'll take your challenge. But what do you want me to give you?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yep, you have to be able to be comfortable in your own skin.
Yep.
That's what I've been talking about in our group the last couple of days. Is like you have to be able to face yourself when everything is gone and you've stripped yourself of the internet, your phone, the TV, Hulu,
Yep.
Netflix.
When none of that matters.
Right, dude. And it's just you and you're confronting yourself. Are you able to be okay with the person that you're confronted with and the memories
Yes.
and the thoughts
Exactly.
and everything that comes along with it?
Yep.
And I think for me, I could do that even without $1 million. Like, I would like to meet myself. I would like to be able to confront myself, as scary as it is. I'm okay with that because I know that if I do that, I go to the next plane and I go to
Right.
the next state. And so I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
Good.
It's
I
yeah.
like being alone, actually. I really do. But
Well,
I
because it
also
helps you
like
to
being with
understand yourself.
people. I like having the balance. But I do enjoy my own company.
Yeah.
And that's key. That's so crucial. Do you know how many people say they don't want to hear themselves? That's why they got to get out there in the world. Like I've dealt with too much of myself now. I
Mhm.
need that external, and I understand that, but that's the sad part of things is we've been fed this world where you think that's great and you're just learning more of the more external experience you have, and you can and you will, but when you are okay, sorry, excuse me, with your own company, when you know that truly who you're talking to is yourself, and trust me,
Mhm.
I've done very many vain and immature avenues of getting to know myself. Like I sat in the mirror and just talked to myself. I looked myself in the fucking eye and I talked to myself. And I was an immature little brat and didn't always come across great, but I knew the person I was facing was me.
Mhm. That's good.
And knowing that, and that everywhere you look, everywhere you go, oh my God, I am so grateful that I have a partner that loves me unconditionally. But here's the thing. I also have to understand that this is his own, he's his own being.
Right?
It is a 50-50 thing. I can't
Mhm.
just go, oh, thank God he loves me and just go fuck off.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Relationships, this world, this life, it is a symbiotic thing. It is
It
knowing and
is.
understanding what you're working with and growing within it because we can. We can grow within any of it. But the
And
more
learn
we
from it.
understand it,
Yeah.
the stronger we grow.
Yep. And the more we learn.
That's right.
That's because of relationships, which is
Yeah.
another key thing. So, like Teresa, I fucking adore her. I would love to take her dog home and bring him here. Like, I love her house. I love her dog. I love her. I love
I'd love you to
no, but
come
I
move
do. Like,
in
I love
too.
that whole aspect. And so, as much as I do enjoy being here, I do need the break, and that is the relationship. So I don't have a close knit relationship with my family. Like, I can't even say that I want to because I fucking don't. I just don't have a relationship with them. So for me,
I
going
get
and
it.
seeing you or you guys before you guys left to go to Kathy's, like going and hanging out with you guys, is an escape for me, and it's
Right.
a bond. And relationships are
Right.
key because you have to meet other people to help you open up a little
Yeah.
bit more. Like everybody you
Yeah.
meet is going to teach you something if you're willing to like accept what they have.
True.
Yes. It is all about knowing yourself enough to be okay in your company so that you can open up enough to understand that it's everyone else that helps to grow you, however that is,
Exactly.
right? Doesn't matter how you're growing, which way you're going, knowing that soil, that interaction, that livelihood, that magnetism is what's growing us.
Yep.
And our group
Layla Andrews says,
class.
Aaron, sir, not to be disrespectful in saying this, but it is so annoying when you are talking. I'm having a hard time hearing all of what you say. I am deaf in one ear, but it's the interruptions and talking over you that I can't do. It's like the sensory overload. I get it. I'm sorry that you're feeling that way.
I apologize as well. Um, considering we go out mostly audio, I don't know exactly how to deal with the hearing impaired. I have been trying to figure that out for a while.
Hopefully, is it reading? Showing the
For
beyond
me, it's
closed
not.
caption.
For me, it is not. But I've had many followers, not many, like, but more than I'd like to admit, say, I'm trying to hear you, and it's not coming through.
Well,
So,
I think it's going well right now. I think I get what she's saying.
me
Talking
too.
over
And it
each other.
sucks. Yes.
But being authentic. Let's go back to that and let's finish this up. We've been on over an hour, so we want to try to keep it short and sweet. If you'd like to reach me, if you'd like to learn more, go to Aaron Fowler's. Wait, go to www.psychicshaman333.com and you can find me there. Send me a message if you're interested in any of the services that I offer. Then
Unfortunately, you only find me on Facebook as far
Unfortunately.
as like booking stuff and like, you know what I mean? Like, but you can just Google Mystic Norms. Mystic NORMZ. Norms with a Z.
And would y'all like to oh, we got somebody that already. All right, Teresa's still on.
I'm here.
So Teresa, would you like to leave anything before we would you like to leave anything out there to the audience before we sign off?
Just trust your circumstances and trust yourself more than anything.
Be you.
That's
Stop
right.
Yeah.
being somebody else.
That's right.
Don't give too much power to anyone. If you're questioning it, question it.
Yeah,
And you'll come up with the answer.
That's
that's
right.
right.
Just give yourself a little time.
That's right.
Sometimes it's instantaneous. Sometimes
right.
it's not. But
That's
trust what you get. Your gut feelings, or which is your intuition speaking to you. However you talk, you word it.
Right.
Trust that, because that'll get you through it.
Yes. Trust the process.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Well, this is another BTS episode, I think 37 or 38. I don't know.
Yeah, we're there
One of those
somewhere
two.
in the 30s.
I got to figure it out. But thank you for being here. Thank you for your support.
This
We
is a
will see
value for
you
value. So however
all
you see that value,
later.
we
Yes.
appreciate
What's the
and
value
we are
for
grateful
value
for.
system?
The value for value system is time, talent, and treasure. Say that you are really good at making videos, pictures, etc., and you have a clip of us you want to do that with. We
First
appreciate it.
time. That's sharing. That's
Say
liking.
that you
That's
want to
just,
share it. Say
yeah.
you want to like it. Say just all the
Putting
simple
some time
basic
into the
things.
yes.
However, whatever kind of time, whatever kind of talent that you have, that you assist us in, that you give to us,
The
we are
show.
grateful. Yes. To the show is to us, to the world, yes, I get you. Anyway.
And I am grateful for you too, because I do know how hard it is. Well, I don't. Not realistically.
Yeah, you do.
But you
But
do.
I can imagine. And
You
I
do.
just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
And we
thank you all.
Yes.
Much love to all of you. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Next Thursday around 6 or 7.
And if you have
7:30.
ideas, you have a subject you want us to talk on, you have a super chat you want to put out with
Yeah,
like
if you leave a donation,
whatever it is,
which is in our description, check the description for where you can leave a donation. Leave a note. Leave a super chat, like something like
or a
on
clip
YouTube.
that you want us to watch and like talk about, whatever it is, right? Value for value. I'm only donating $10, but hey, here's this little clip. I'd like to know what you think about. That's great.
Or
I will take that.
Hey, I want to advertise my stuff on your, even that I will.
Right.
I will read that out. Any note you want to leave, you want a prayer given, or you want positive energy, or you want to add something to the show, we will read it out. So
that's right.
Don't be shy.
Do not.
Much love, everybody. Have a
Good
great
night, you guys. Blessings.
Blessings to you too.
Sending out those healing love bubbles. May they